Most people today view cars as a simple method of transportation, from point A to point B, from work to home, and maybe to the grocery store. A car serves a purpose to these people, and a car serves the same purpose to me too, but we aren't the same. See, I'm a hobbyist and I love cars. My day is literally spent talking about, looking at, and listening to cars. Cars bring me a lot of joy and excitement. There's no better feeling in the world to me than driving a fast car at its limits and knowing what it is capable of. Now, if I was in the market for one car that had to be my daily driver, for me and my family, I would say it needs to have 4 doors, it needs to have at least 4 seats, I would like it to be well appointed with a nice interior and a kick-ass stereo, I would prefer it to be all-wheel drive, and it would need to have a metric shit ton of horsepower. If you happen to be in a similar situation to me, I would like to present to you this 2014 Mercedes-Benz CLS63S AMG. When the time comes and you're in the market for a new car, it's very important for you to go through a checklist of needs and wants of what you require in your next vehicle. Maybe you need a minivan because you have 5 kids. Maybe you need a SUV because you live in a northern climate like myself and you also have 5 kids, so maybe you need a large SUV. Maybe you're a business executive looking for something a little bit faster and you also have kids. That's where a car like this comes in. This is the CLS Coupe. Now you can clearly see we are looking at a 4-door car. However, Mercedes was the first one to come up and coin this idea of calling this a coupe. So we have a 4-door coupe, and it was actually created back in 2004 in the Euro markets, 2006 in North American markets, and yeah, everyone kind of followed suit after that. You now have competitors such as the Porsche Panamera, Audi A7, BMW 6 Series, and obviously the CLS. Picking a favorite is tough. For me, obviously, I'm going to lean towards the high horsepower cars. They're all pretty high horsepower nowadays. Even the RS7 is up at around 600 horsepower as well. The thing that's so wonderful with these cars is being a V8 twin turbo car, you can really crank some massive power out of these things with very little add-ons. For as little as $2,000 US, you can reach out to a company called Eurocharged and they can give you a stage 2 tune for this car, which will make it 690 horsepower and almost 800 foot-pounds of torque, making this thing absolutely lethal against pretty much any competitor out there. This is by far one of the coolest German hot rods you could ever drive. This car in particular is practically based on an E-Class chassis. The CLS line, though, however, does sit between the E-Class and the S-Class Benzes, and this is the driver's car. If you're after a driver's car, this is the one to have. So this car comes equipped with 19-inch wheels from factory, around a 255 series tire up front and a 285 in the rear. It's actually kind of funny because the rear tire almost looks like a donut in size. It's such a big wheel well that it looks quite small whenever it's there. The only option missing from this car would be carbon ceramic brakes. Now, me personally, that's not an option that I would even want just because they're so expensive to repair or to replace, and this car's got adequate braking as it is. This car will brake almost any car on the road as it is, and it runs a 6-piston caliper and massive steel rotors. It's really cool with the AMG cars. Every single AMG car gets a hand-built engine, and one person is responsible for the build of the engine. In this case, it was a gentleman named Daniel, it looks like, in Germany. I apologize about the dust under the hood here. This car's been sitting for a little bit. But yeah, that's the big 5.5 liter twin turbo V8 that generates all the power in the world. The big V8 is paired to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, and it also features launch control, which helps it achieve a blisteringly fast 11.6 seconds in the quarter mile. The headlamps and tail lamps on the car are LED, and they have such an amazing presence, especially when you're following down the road. You see this whole strip light up in LED, and it looks so menacing whenever it's following you. The mirrors have beautiful built-in LED turn signals. This car comes equipped with a factory carbon lip, And obviously, as I said, this is the CLS63S AMG. One of the S upgrades, which is a huge one for me, would be the limited slip differential, which is obviously just going to help you get up and go that much better out of the hole. And cornering as well. It'll make you get out of the corner so much harder with a rear LSD. From standard, this car would get equipped with Harman Kardon sound system with 14 speakers. This car has the upgraded Bang & Olufsen sound system in it, which sounds absolutely insane. You're going to find leather, carbon fiber, stainless steel absolutely everywhere on the interior of this car. And it is definitely a nice place to call home. This would be about a mid-size sedan. As I said, it is based on the E-Class. However, it is a 4-seater, not a 5-seater. You can see the back seat, everyone kind of gets the rear passengers get center console of their own to store whatever items they choose. And even the people in the back of the car get their own heated seats. The interior in this Benz is absolutely gorgeous. I love the steering wheel design on it, and the suede and leather finishes on it are absolutely gorgeous as well. This car does have a little bit of the older style design. They haven't quite upgraded to the tablet like the newer cars yet, but I think it's still beautifully finished. And as you can see, it's kind of getting a little bit darker now, but absolutely beautiful display panel here. The one thing that I do find super cool with the Bang & Olufsen sound system is look at the speaker design. That's a speaker. I'll try to zoom in here for you. Now today we're going to do some fun stuff with this car. We're going to take it for a drive, see how it accelerates, see how it performs, see what level of comfort it brings, and most importantly, see if it does donuts really easily in the snow. So let's go check that out. Okay, so will this thing drift in the snow? What do you guys think? Let's find out. It'll drift, no problem. So taking this car out for a drive, and first impressions are it just drives absolutely phenomenally. There's a little bit of rattling going around, but that's just because I got cases and cameras and all kinds of stuff in here, so quite a bit of road noise is being picked up. But drivability wise, this thing drives absolutely top notch. It's a little bit too icy where I'm at currently to be able to punch it, so we'll see if we can get out onto the highway where it's a little bit drier, just to kind of give it an acceleration run, just to see what it's all about. All right, we want to see what this CLS can do. So you know what, we got a little bit of opening road. It's a little bit dry here, so let's see what it's all about. That's crazy. It's actually spinning all the way through first, second, and third gear, which is out of this world, to be honest. I guess it just has that much torque and that much horsepower, and the ground's so cold here that it just like almost roasts the tires right off the thing. So I'm trying from a roll here. I'm about 80 kilometers an hour roughly in third. Oh yeah, we're doing 140. This thing just pulls like a freight train. Absolutely insane. The one thing that's so great with a car like this is this car will literally run light to light with pretty much any supercar out there. I shouldn't say supercar, but pretty much any street car. Like 95% of the cars on the road. I've definitely had a lot of fun filming this CLS63S today. It is absolutely an incredible car to drive. And yeah, I hope you guys are liking and enjoying the content. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my small channel. That's all I have for today, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.